Cancel.
Schweezy.
All right, last article we got here. Noel Gallagher blames friends in coffee culture for a decline of music sales. Noel Gallagher has said he thinks the sitcom Friends in coffee culture are to blame for declining music sales. The former Oasis guitarist and songwriter discussed how changes in people's spending habits has affected how they support artists, particularly when streaming services have given them access to all the music they could possibly want for free. Indeed, he said he struggled to understand how people will spend their money in coffee shops, the growth of which he put down to the characters in Friends frequently socializing in one, but not music. According to the Daily Star, Gallagher said sitting around in sweaters, drinking overpriced coffee, and talking about nonsense since the rise of the coffee shop culture has disappeared. People are horrified that they have to pay for music, but $20 for 2 coffees? Oh, absolutely. I haven't got the brain capacity to process this. It's not the first time that Gallagher has pointed the finger at coffee culture either. He told NPR, I blame Friends for the rise of the coffee shop. Since the rise of the coffee shop culture has disappeared, don't you think people are horrified and they have to pay for music? Music, but $20 for 2 coffees? Oh, absolutely. I feel like the resistance to pay for music came after people got used to that. Maybe it's that they got used to spending a lot on commodities that feel like culture, like coffee, and then changed their financial priorities. Or maybe it's that all of a sudden music was free. Gallagher is currently gearing up to release a new album, Council Skies, with the High Flying Birds set to drop on June 2nd. It features the singles Council Skies, Dead to the World, Easy Now, and Pretty Boy. Yesterday, Gallagher confirmed that there will be a reissue of Oasis's Definitely Maybe album coming in 2024, though once again shut down the idea of being a reunion tour taking place anytime soon. There won't be a tour, he said. He won't come back to play them together. Man, I hate the Gallagher brothers, dude. I hate them with a passion. First of all, the fact that one person thought it up and others repeated it. They said the fact that Oasis is the next Beatles. Are you fucking serious? Like, Oasis was never going to be the next Beatles. They're going to have a couple albums that are really good. Maybe have one hit that's just like, made them a household name. And then we're not going to hear much from them ever again. That's what they would have been to. Then they broke up and had solo careers, and some people like that. When someone asks me, what's an artist I think is overrated or banned? Like, artist, it's going to be Meghan Trainor. I don't think there's anything wrong with her as a person. I just think her music's bad, and it's clearly just for, like, YouTube clicks, TikTok, to be big on TikTok and shit like that. And you know what? I don't think that's how you should make music. And I just think the stuff really doesn't have a lot of substance to it. The other one's Oasis. They have a couple of good songs, I think they have, Champagne Supernova. And anyways, Brother, here's Wonderwall. And after all, you're my Wonderwall. Just sitting there in silence. Anyways, Brother, here's Wonderwall. It's, like that. They have a song called Don't Look Back in Anger. And then, like, the brothers literally want to murder each other because they don't like each other. Don't Look Back in Anger. And they have that fucking song. I had to explain that to my mom, who doesn't know any music ever unless it's on a Christian radio station. If it's not Christian, it just gets shut off from her mind. It's called cult brainwashing, folks, if you didn't know what that is. But, all right, let's talk about what he actually has to say. That coffee shops and Friends are what killed music. Coffee shops became a thing because, people started to like coffee a lot more. And I do want to say, like, thanks to Starbucks, I think they really, they got it everywhere. And then people were like, oh, this is like the Starbucks we have here. And in smaller towns, they created coffee shops and shit like that. And they got popular. Wi-Fi and, like, having internet, having to do work over the internet really inspired coffee shops to grow because they got more... because they had Wi-Fi and they just let people use Wi-Fi if they're buying shit. And, like, people like that. They're also a place to hang out. In Friends, they didn't have... But it was like a place to hang out. And then you're playing that because people spend $20 on coffee but not spend $20 on your fucking shitty album. When, like, that's the problem with... and that's the real problem with it. And, like... if you go out to get coffee, like, one, you're getting a service, you're getting something you can consume, you're able to spend time in a place where you can get work done, you're at a place where you can visit with someone and have a conversation and talk and have a good time. So those are like the many reasons why people like going to coffee shops. But you're saying that the show Friends, because they hung out in a coffee shop, now people hang out in coffee shops. And they buy so much coffee that they can't afford music. That's not the thing anymore. And I think we have to get over the fact that, like, oh yeah, I'm going to make a living selling my music. Unless you're going through like sync licensing and shit like that, like playing your own music and like hoping to sell like CDs or vinyls, like, I don't know. I don't think that's a realistic thing. You make money from other merch you make, like shirts and shit. Hopefully from shows. If you're doing good enough, you can get money from shows. But yeah, I don't think it's the dumbest thing in the world to say that the TV show Friends that went off the air in 2004, went off the air like 19 years ago. We're saying they're the ones responsible for Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, Amazon, and even YouTube. Like, that's the reason. The TV show Friends is the reason why streaming services for music became so popular. And all I have to say is,
congratulations, you played yourself.
Thank you for watching this clip. Watch it again or watch something else.